Welcome. I want you to picture a hospital room. It is quiet. The machines are beeping softly. In that bed lies a man who built an empire. He has corner offices in 3 countries. 1,000 people report to him. His calendar is booked for the next 2 years. But right now, he is not thinking about the merger next Thursday. He is thinking about the call he ignored from his daughter last Tuesday. I visited that man. I worked for him for 15 years. His name was Mr. Gupta. He was the reason I believed that success meant a full inbox. He used to say, "Rohan, if your desk is empty, your future is empty." So I lived by that. I stayed late, I got up early, I missed anniversaries. I told myself, once I get through this list, once I become the VP, then I will relax. Then I will take my wife to Kerala. Then I will play catch with my son. And then I sat next to Mr. Gupta's bed, watching him struggle to breathe. He looked at me and whispered, "The inbox is still full. It was full yesterday. It is full today. It will be full tomorrow. But I won't be here." That moment changed my life. Because in that room, I realized the greatest lie we are sold, the lie that the purpose of life is to get everything done. Now look at your own life. Look at your phone. How many unread emails do you have? How many WhatsApp messages? How many to-dos are floating around in your head right now? We treat these tasks like a video game. We think there is a final boss. We think that if we just clear the level, we can finally rest. But here's the nature of the in-basket that Mr. Gupta taught me on his deathbed. It is not meant to be empty. Think about that. A sink is meant to have dishes. A stomach is meant to digest food. An inbox is meant to have tasks. If your inbox is empty, it means nobody needs you. A full in-basket is actually a sign of success. It means your time is in demand. But we have confused activity with fulfillment. We check off item A and 3 more appear. We clear Monday's emails and Tuesdays arrive at midnight. There's a beautiful Stoic text that says, as items are checked off, new ones simply replace them. The Stoics figured this out 2,000 years ago. They knew that the external world is a machine designed to generate infinite work. So if your happiness depends on finishing your work, you will die miserable. You will die with a to-do list sitting on your nightstand. People often ask me, Rohan, if life is short, shouldn't we just party? Shouldn't we just quit our jobs and go to the beach? And I tell them a story about a soldier. When a soldier is told he is deploying tomorrow, he might be gone for a year, he might not come back, what does he do? Does he go get drunk? Does he start a fight? Does he blow all his money? No, not a good soldier. A good soldier calls his parents, he pays his bills, he tells his wife he loves her, he resolves that stupid argument he had with his brother, he packs his bags carefully, he gets his affairs in order. There is a meditation I read that says, let us live today like a soldier about to leave on deployment. That is the balance. That is the wisdom. You do not quit your job because the world is ending. You do not run away from responsibility because life is short. You handle your responsibility, but you handle it with love and urgency. You clean your room, not because cleaning the room is the goal, but because a clean room allows you to go to battle peacefully. Most of us live like we are going to live forever. We fight petty battles at the dinner table. We hold grudges over small money. We delay the apology.
I mentioned Mr. Gupta, but I had my own story. I was the Indian dad. You know the type. You have seen him. He works 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. He buys his kids the biggest house, the fastest car, but he never sits with them. I did that. My daughter, Meera, she used to draw these little pictures. She would run up to me while I was on a conference call holding a crayon drawing of our family. I would wave her away. Not now, baby. Papa is working. I thought I was being responsible. I thought I was securing her future. But there is a line in the wisdom I read that stopped me cold. It said, I have seen many people who put off their loved ones so long that the loved ones lose interest in maintaining the relationship. By the time I made it, by the time I had time for Meera, she was 16. She did not want to draw with me anymore. She did not want to talk. She had learned to live without me. We think our loved ones will wait forever. They will not. The text says, nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness and inner peace and that of your loved ones. Not the project, not the promotion, not the approval of your boss.
Let me pause here and ask you a difficult question. Who is waiting for you right now? Think about it. Is it your parent? Is it your partner? Is it your child? Who have you asked to wait just a little longer? We live in a world that celebrates busyness. When someone asks, "How are you?" we say, "Busy," as if it is a badge of honor. But busyness is often just a mask for avoidance. We stay busy so we do not have to sit still. We stay busy so we do not have to have that difficult conversation. We stay busy so we do not have to admit that we are scared of being ordinary. But here's the truth. The people who love you do not want your finished projects. They do not want your money. They do not want the things you buy them. They want your presence. Your daughter does not want the toy you bought after working late. She wanted you to come home and play with her while the sun was still up. Your wife does not want the vacation you keep promising. She wants you to look at her when she talks. Your parents do not want the car. They want you to sit and have chai with them. Do not let them lose interest in you, because once that interest is gone, you cannot get it back. December 2nd, a date in a journal. It said, "Don't mind me, I am only dying slow." Have you ever asked yourself the cancer question? People say, if you found out you had cancer tomorrow, what would you do differently? It is supposed to shock you into living. But here's the kicker. You do have a terminal diagnosis. It is called being alive. Edmund Wilson said, "Death is one prophecy that never fails." Every single one of us is under a death sentence. The only variable is the date. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and the greatest Stoic, told himself every morning, "Let each thing you do, say, or intend be like that of a dying person." He was not being morbid, he was being efficient. A dying person does not have time for office politics. A dying person does not have time to pretend to like someone. A dying person gets to the point. If you knew you had 6 months left, would you spend 2 hours scrolling on your phone? Would you spend the weekend worrying about what that guy from accounting thinks of you? No. You would taste your food. You would feel the sun on your skin. You would tell the truth. Look at your hand. Open it, close it. That movement right there, that took 1 second. Now imagine doing that 60 times. That is 1 minute. Now imagine doing it 3,600 times. That is 1 hour. Now imagine doing it 86,400 times. That is 1 day. 1 full day of your life. How many of those days do you have left? If you are 30 years old today and you live to be 80, you have about 18,000 days left. That sounds like a lot, but it is not. 18,000 sunrises, 18,000 dinners, 18,000 chances to say, "I love you." The Stoics had a practice called Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. They did not do this to be sad. They did it to be grateful. They did it to prioritize. When you remember you are going to die, suddenly the small things become small. That rude comment from your colleague? Small. That traffic jam? Small. That thing you are embarrassed about from 5 years ago? Very small. What becomes big? Love becomes big. Kindness becomes big. Presence becomes big.
So how do we live? Do we just quit everything? No. There is a famous parable about a woodcutter. He is sawing a tree with a dull blade for hours. Sweat is pouring down his face. He is making very slow progress. A traveler stops and says, "Excuse me, why don't you stop and sharpen your saw?" The woodcutter says, "I cannot stop. I am too busy sawing." That is us. We are too busy doing to sharpen our souls. We are too busy working to rest. We are too busy scrolling to think. We are too busy talking to listen. The Stoics call this the inner citadel. You have to build a fortress inside yourself that is immune to the chaos of the inbox. Very little in our work lives is truly an emergency. Read that again. Very little in our work lives truly falls into the emergency category. The server crashing? That is an emergency. A family member sick? That is an emergency. A rude email? That is a test of your character. If you stay focused, if you stay calm, the work will get done in due time. The sun will rise tomorrow, and the tasks will be there. But the question is, will you be there? Will you be present? I want you to imagine a different ending now. Imagine an old man. He is sitting on a simple wooden porch. He is looking out at a vast ocean. The sun is setting. The sky is orange and pink and purple. His hands are empty. He is smiling. Behind him, inside the glass door of his house, there is a table. On that table, there is mail. There are papers. There are unfinished projects. There are tasks he never completed. But he is not looking at them. He is looking at the ocean. He is looking at the sunset. He is looking at his wife who is sitting next to him, holding his hand. He did not finish everything. His inbox was never empty, but his heart is full. That is the goal. That is the victory. Not an empty inbox. A full heart. When you die, and you will die, your in-basket will not be empty. Someone else will answer those emails. Someone else will close those deals. The world will keep spinning. But the love you gave, the moments of peace you created, the fights you avoided, the drawings you looked at, those are the only things that go with you. So here we are. At the end of this conversation, I shared these stories with you because I lived them. I made the mistakes so you do not have to. I ignored my daughter so you can look at yours. I worship the inbox so you can see through it. Start today. Go home. Put the phone down. Look at your person. Tell them you love them. And then when you pick the phone back up tomorrow, work with focus and purpose. But hold your peace tightly. Do not let the inbox steal your soul. If this series resonated with you, if it made you think differently even for a moment, then subscribe to this channel. Not because I need the numbers, but because you need the reminder. We are in this together. We are building a community of people who control their minds, rather than being controlled by the world. Hit the subscribe button. Share this with someone who works too hard. Someone who needs to hear that they are enough, even with a full inbox. Thank you for spending these 18 minutes with me. Now go do something that matters. Go live. Go love. Go be present. The inbox will wait. Life will not.